Hi everyone, welcome. It is the 2nd of July, and here in the US on the 4th, we usually celebrate the independence of our country with lots of fireworks and things. And so I decided I would do a kind of a color along out of this book called Creative Haven, Entangled Starry Skies. This is a book by Angela Porter. She is known for having the little bit busier books, more detailed books, things like this. So this is a newer book to me, and I've never colored anything of Angela Porter's because they usually are so busy and wild like this. But I found a firework page in here, and I decided, you know what, let's go ahead and color it together, and maybe that'll help inspire some other people to tackle her work. There are still some things I am scared of in this book to tackle, some of the busier pages, but I think it is a great start to pick somewhere that I'm comfortable with and get one done and have that sense of accomplishment. And then knowing, moving forward, be like, yes, I can do this. I've done one. So that is my theory. So we are on this page, and yes, it is partly colored. Mostly I didn't want you to have to sit and watch me go around all these fireworks with a black marker. And then I kind of just planned my colors so when I was on camera and filming, I knew what I was doing. I did a base layer of the water, but I didn't blend it. I will show how I blend it and whatnot. So I just kind of pre-prepped this page. And it's mostly the black that makes it look like it's a lot of the way done, but it's really not. I have a lot of things to add. So if you're going to join me on this journey, I welcome you, new and old subscribers. I am very excited. I am growing slowly, so if you are new here, say hello and let me know. Anyone has any fun 4th of July plans going on? Okay, so I'm going to start with the bridge and knock this out of the way real quick. So that way it is done. So let me grab my pencils real quick. Here I thought I had my ducks in a row, which I did at one point, but then they disappeared. I should have a really tiny color. Okay, so this is Prismacolors. This is a mixed media page. I've used Arteza, I've used Koi Eye Noir, I've used marker, I've used Moonlight Jelly Roll, I've used Signo, so I can't really give you an everything I've done on this page. But these are Prisma's Crimson Red, Poppy Red, and Tuscan Red. These are my go-to reds for the highlights. And I'm going to turn this a little and hope you can still see. So I'm just putting in my shadow colors. Even though this bridge is not the highlight of the thing, it's still going to have some light reflecting off it. And even if you add just a little bit of the glare of the fireworks, it's going to really bring it to life. If you are new here, I am not a professional colorist. This is just how I do things and what works for me. There was a request to color out of this book, which is also another reason I picked this one to do the fireworks out of. But if you would like to see a different page, I can do that as well. So just working my way evenly across, because we don't want it to be up higher one side than the other. Well, darkest to lightest. Okay, then I'm going to take my middle color because it goes dark and light, and I'm just going to run this right down the middle. Blend everything together. It's really going to bring those finishing touches. Coloring sideways here. I'm not worried about my border. Probably going to do some kind of red, white, and blue border to match the picture, so not a big deal to me there. The yellow I used. Where is the yellow I used? Finish red. So this is just a Bic. This is called the Peach Parfait, and the red I used was just a Crayola Signature Blendable Red. And so when you look at a firework like I've done here and here, they're usually darker toward the middle, and as the sparks fly out, they get lighter in color. So that is what I was trying to achieve. Oh, wrong one. Actually, these are probably still going to be red anyway. I'm just going to add some yellow to them. So just going to color. small circular motions to blend alcohol markers together. If you wanted to get real into it, you could take your pencils, add some shading and whatnot. That is going to be the inside of my firework. These are the highlight pens because they work really well on black that I'm going to be using for this project. These are just the Moonlight Jelly Rolls. So, I really like how they work on this paper. Obviously I colored this just as a space saver, but I am going to add some white to it so it pops out a little more. Okay, so we did the red. I'm going to do my little purples. I like to kind of add them all at one time so I don't have to switch back and forth to blend. I'm going to add some white to these so they will stick out more. I know that purple is kind of dark, but I do have a plan. And then I think I'm going to do the outside, probably blue dots. So I'm going to take this pink, just a craft gear. These markers are really wet, juicy, so they blend really well. They are a little bit opposite. There probably should be one more color in to blend them, but I kind of wanted the color change because it's a firework. Blending, blending. We have fire bans where I am here in Wyoming, but they are going to let us do some fireworks if we wish in town. We might do a couple little ones, but I don't think we're going to do any big fancy aerial ones. I do not want to be responsible for burning down anybody's house. Where we are crammed between national parks, state parks, and things like that, and those are really expensive if you burn those down. So I think we're just going to kind of stick to little ones, a couple little fountains, and maybe just watch everybody else's going on. Okay, so these blues I'm going to put some white dots around, maybe some yellow when I get that far for details. But I kind of want a little bit of all the colors, and that way when the water reflects it, it will be because of all the fireworks in the sky. Okay, so I've got the same thing going on here with red. What do you think I'm going to see about a different color red? I don't want all my fireworks to be the same color either. I did want the red, white, and blue theme just so it gave off the feel of 4th of July independence, but I don't want them to all be the same. Sorry about the wind chime. My daughter is playing in the window. Alright. I think I'm going to do a darker blue in the middle here. I'm going to outline in the darker blue, which will pull it into the middle, and then I'll use that. And like I said, I will be outlining some of these in white and different things so they will stand out a little better. If you're looking for different ways to make things stand out, outlining is a good choice. Okay, and then when I outline those should pop a little more. I'm debating on whether I want to leave some fireworks white or just add highlights. I need a green firework, I think a green. So let's pull a bright green and a yellow. Oh, we have yellow right there. Go orange. Let's go orange. So I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. I don't really have a plan of things going on. Just kind of whatever looks best at the time. I need to make sure this orange is not crazy dark. So I think what I'm going to do this yellow, which is very bright, but I will add some details to it. Oh man, my fish yellow's dying. I have another one. Okay. Put that one in the trash so we don't do that again. And then alright, so I'm keeping that yellow. Do yellow here, so I put the white in the center. I will add details to those. The thing about fireworks is there's not really a specific way to do it. It's just kind of whatever color combinations you like. So might need one darker green to go in here. And then I'm going to add some orange. It'll blend out when I go over it with the marker, if you're wondering why I'm doing it weird. I want to give it a natural feature, make sure they don't all look the same. Okay, I'm going to touch up the bottom of these as well. I'm going to take the end back. Much bigger. Okay, now all I gotta do is maybe add a little turquoise. That would be a good color to go with this one. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. You want no lines. No lines and coloring is usually the key to knowing you have a good pen. Let's pull this one. That way I can pull some turquoise down in the water as well. And it will all come together. Okay. Going with my original green. I got a nice blend everywhere. Okay, and then that way I can come down here and so I can follow my green, and we'll add some green to this water and the reflections. These will look a little better once I actually get everything blended. I'm not worried about the black lines or staying in them because to me water is very messy anyway. So that's just kind of how I do that. Okay, so over here we got some blues and purples, so I'm going to pull a pink down to the water. These highlights over here, we already got some blue. That's not going to be too big a deal. Some I am going to leave white because water has white highlights, right? And might just have one or two over here where colors blend. This is going to be fun to blend. So it's your choice. You can take a white, you can take a lighter blue. These little trails right here, I'm going to do in white. probably a chalk marker or a paint pen just to give the illusion of the water being white where the boat went. But all you gotta do is just take your pencil and just blend, blend, blend. I did add a little black to my water. Obviously the sky is black and that is going to make the water look darker. It is a nighttime scene, so you're not going to have a lot of the blues and greens you would see like during the daytime. So just adding this light layer of color over the top just to kind of blend it out. And like I said, I am going right over the top of those little color patches I put in. Start up here. Under the bridge is going to be darker, but the other side is going to be lighter. To make sure. I am going to blend a little bit with some blending solution. Oh yeah, that's coming out nice. It looks nice on camera. Might not even have to do that. To pull together, you know, and get rid of some of these white specks and whatnot. Okay, getting around here. Make sure I don't want this black line just sitting there. I want to make sure it's blended out. So if you color this page, I would love to see it and how you do it. Being this is a new book, I kind of just winged it. I didn't have a lot of inspiration other than what I wanted it to look at, which is sometimes the fun in it, you know, being one of the first ones to do it and get your idea out there. I think it's turning out well. I'm not sure if I want to clear this whole thing on camera. Just because this part takes me a little bit of time. So what I might do is pause it and come back. Okay, so before I do that, let's do a pink up here. And then I will pause it and blend everything out and show you what it looks like done. I will do it as a color along, but because I'm using so many random supplies, it's really hard to follow like that. This is going to work too. Circular motion. And I will show you one other thing. Got a little black there, but it's alright. It's fixable with white. An important factor when if you decide to do how I did and go around all these with the black, is you need to go around them with a pen, or I used a water-based. I just used this pen, Craft Gear water-based. Went around all the little bits, and then that way when I went around it with my big intensity black, it didn't bleed into the design. Otherwise you will have a mess of things going. Okay, so the thing, got a pink and blue one over here, and I'm just gonna follow the shape of the firework. And you can add as many or as few, as messy, as wild, as it's firework. As you want. I'm going to give that a minute to dry before I add any other colors, but the same will happen with this one. Actually, we got an orange one right here, so just little streaks of color. You can add some little spark. Around them, however you wish. Okay, so I'm going to finish this off camera. I'm going to pause it and finish it up, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like after everything we've done to it. And that way you don't have to sit and watch me blend out this whole entire blue section. So I will see you soon. Alright, so here we are. Here is our finished 4th of July page. Let me show you a little closer. Added just some white dots in the background for stars, some yellow and orange just for a little bit sparks falling from the fireworks. I got my water blended out. I just did some blotchy paint to kind of look like the water was riffed from the boat going under the bridge. I did 2 washi tapes. I did a blue and a red, which aren't quite set yet, is why they're coming up. But when I close it and cram it in between some other books for the rest of the month, it'll stick just fine. So yeah, I am pretty excited. I will show you the back side. It didn't ruin the other page at all. And I think it turned out really well. So I thank you for watching. Questions or comments, leave them down below. And I hope to see you next video. Thanks for watching.